Good morning, welcome back to the channel, Lovely Life Mallorca. I'm Andrew and today we're something completely different. We're not in Mallorca at all, I'm in Deal and here this is Walmer where I'll be starting my little walk. I'll be walking from Walmer, going through all the coast, all the way down to Deal, having a look around Deal, the seafront, the beach and everything else to see what it's all about. So this is Walmer, so let's get on with it. So you can see here, this is the way down to Kingsdown. And this is a very pebbly beach down this part here. As you can see, it's beautiful. I used to love bringing Snowy here. She just loved coming off the leads and things. We've got a cycle path here and different activities and all that. And a beautiful car park down there that is free. Here's a lovely little walk round here. There's lots of greenery, as you can see. Lovely path. Follow around on your bicycle or you're walking. You walk on the pebbles right next to the beach. I'm still heading on the path into Deal. Looks so nice from the sky, doesn't it? I know it's not a lot to see around here apart from pebbles and the sea in the distance, but it's just nice to have a look at from different angles, isn't it? Which the drone does provide nicely. A lot of these benches here have actually been given by widow and widowers in memory of their husbands or whatever they've died. So it's a quite nice way to remember, isn't it? If you enjoyed Deal, have a bench in the memory of a loved one. They've even got a sailing club Deal has, which is quite nice. You can sort of see all the sailing boats here, can't you, to try? And why not try sailing in 2021? So they've got a little bit of everything for everyone, haven't they? They've got a little cafe. I've often gone in there with Snowy. She's it's a dog-friendly cafe. Plenty of seats outside if you want to sit out. Always love these little huts you see here. Got loads of these huts. I don't know much about them at all, to be honest. But every time I seem to come along, there seem to be a few more. I mean, as you can imagine, I don't come to Deal very much, but when I'm here seeing family, I do love to go around these places and see really what's changed. This is the Walmer lifeboat station just here. You used to be able to go in there and have a look around at the boat, and there's a little shop in there and things, but obviously I should imagine all that's changed because of COVID this last couple of years or so. And then this grass here has been used to have, or they normally have, the Walmer / Deal Fun Fair. And it also has, Walmer / Deal also has a bandstand as well. I'm not sure if anything is played in there apart from special occasions now. And this is just on the edge of where Walmer becomes Deal, just here. It's a little crazy golf there. And some bouncy castles of some kind just over there. Just coming up now, you've got a little paddling pool, which I always thought was quite nice. We used to bring the nephews here when they were young. With a little cafe. And then just round here, this is Deal Castle just in here. Which is quite nice in its own right. But as I was saying, this is actually Deal Castle here we're looking at, which is very, very impressive, isn't it? It's only a small castle. Oh, that was really impressive, wasn't it? Looking from the sky down at it. It's really built lovely, isn't it, that castle? So just round here, as you can see, it's lots of sailing fishing boats, isn't it? Just here, and you can see the motors they use to wrench them up the beach, and they also sell fish here. You can't get a lot more fresher, can you, than a freshly caught fish served on the edge of the beach, can you? So this is the seafront road, as I call it. It runs parallel to the shopping area we'll have a look at later. Over there you've got the Time Ball Terror Museum. The restaurants and bars over that way, some famous names. And just over there you'll find the most stranger things I've ever seen, actually, to be on a roundabout. You've got a telephone box on the roundabout. I mean, that is really bizarre, isn't it? I've never seen one of those before, and I don't suppose I ever will again. Just up by the main front here, you've got lots, like I say, lots of restaurant, bars, that sort of thing to choose from. Nice cream shop. We're going to head along the pier itself, which is nice. Use access to mobility scooters. It's always nice to walk on the pier, isn't it? It's quite a lovely day today, actually. It's in its 20 degrees. So there's just a lot of fishing going on down the end of this pier here. I wonder if they're lucky or not. We're quite a long way out, aren't we, from the beach itself? And of course, down the end of the pier there is a little coffee shop stroke restaurant. Lovely view down the end of the pier. I've seen lots of people walking their dogs around here, actually. I never thought about bringing Snowy along the end of the pier. If you just fancy a cuppa, there's a little outside kiosk as well. So when you leave the pier itself, you can have a walk round the seaside of the path, where that gent's walking just there. Or you can continue where we are, on this side of the path, maybe across the road. You've got a couple of amusement arcades up down here. You've got like an ice cream parlour across the road. There's a few bits and pieces in Deal itself. And the amount of years this shellfish stall's been open. We're going to cross the road now and head towards the town itself. Have a little look around, maybe get a cup of tea or something to eat. And to me, no seaside is complete ever without an amusement arcade. This is what I talk about, the old-fashioned side of Deal. This is Middle Street. You've got Market Street coming off it. You know, it's very, very oldie, if you know what I mean by that. If you've watched many of my videos from Mallorca, you'll know I just love unusual houses and buildings. Well, they're not quite the same here as you can imagine, but each house is different. Well, Deal's very famous for a lot of people, as you can imagine, but if you like the Carry On films like I did, Charles Hawtrey saw out his end of his days here in this house just here. That's his sign. He's 1914 to 1988. So that's Charles Hawtrey from the Carry On films. And that was his house. There's loads of these little side streets around Deal. It's so interesting just to have a little walk around. It's so unusual compared to a lot of modern towns, should I say. So this is a car park. There's a market on a Saturday. It used to be a huge market, to be honest, but going back like everywhere else, it has gone a lot smaller over the years. And this is the start of the town just here. So we're going to have a little walk up the high street and see what shops are still about and what's closed over this last couple of years or so. Deal was well known for having these little quaint shops, you know, privately owned one, no big chains or. That's what makes it quite unique for me. Come over here, Christmas and birthdays and so on for presents, and you could always get something that was just a little bit different that you wouldn't find in one of the big shops. I'm not sure if it's because the age of the clientele around here. But it always does seem to be fairly busy around here, not like other towns that have taken a dying effect recently, this last handful of years. For a better word, I suppose you could call this the centre of the town in Deal. This is where you'll find a good handful of cafes and bars and things. It does always seem to be very busy just round the town itself, which is good. We've got the second half of the high street, for a better word. If I turn right here, I would get towards the train station, which is only 2 or 3 minutes up that way. There's a cinema up there and the Wetherspoons. So let's go and check them out. Well, last time I was here, this was a cinema here, but it's all gone. Little pub there. It's on the corner. It's always done a good trade. And across the road there, that's where the train station is. So you are really near everywhere here, aren't you? So leaving the Wetherspoons and the train station behind me, we're going to turn right and have a look at these few little shops just here. Just up the side alley here, you've got a couple of interesting little things up here. You've got a little cafe just here up the lane. Yeah, I always find this quite interesting just round here. I find all the little lanes worth looking at. So it's just at the top of the town now, as you can see here. There's still a good handful of people here, as you can see, but not like it was the other side of the road. And just here, at the end of the shops, this is where you'll find like a taxi rank and the buses stop here, and just different things just around here. So all I've done really is a loop of just round Deal itself. And just up here you'll also find another couple of cafes, fish and chip shop and that sort of thing. And again, everywhere you look, you'll find these quaint little alleyways. They connect all the roads together and so on and so forth. Well, I hope you liked today's film. If you did, I'd love you to give a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget my Facebook page, Love and Love Mallorca. I'll be going back to Mallorca in about a month's time, if not a little bit less maybe. So there'll be a few films I film around this area, Margate and things, and then it'll be back to sunny old Mallorca to follow up what's changed since I've been gone. You take care of each other, and bye for now.